So the last thing we're going to explore is the Darkiplier route, and I've got a lot to talk about this one. I edited this one, and this was the first thing I edited of the night. And we had just gotten this special effects suite for like making effects in the videos, making special effects, and I wouldn't have been able to do it without it. So this is mostly the same. I just want to show the slow motion.
And I think I saw this. This was the first thing I saw before I left for the night, because I didn't stay all night. I was still sick.
He was sick, yeah. He had to leave.
And plus, I don't edit, so I was pretty much all I could do was be there to like get food and stuff. It was just so funny.
I don't know how I do some head motions that I do because my body's on autopilot.
Like the
It's your neck. It's your thick neck.
My thick neck, lots of muscle control. I hate you. I can't wait for that blooper reel. Okay, so we got a ton of different varieties of this, but I ended up simplifying it.
This is where Ethan's doing the La La Land whips.
So, La La Land whips. So to break this down...
Still gotta go and see that movie.
I know. Let me talk about this, because this is something that the fans have wanted for a long time. A long time ago, I like to do these scary edits because I just felt like doing scary edits. And this is how Darkiplier got born. And then what happened was, over time, Darkiplier became less and less about the scary figure and more about this romantic figure. And it always rubbed me the wrong way. And I kind of shied away from Darkiplier for a while. And I really, if I was going to bring Darkiplier, and when we thought about this, like, we thought, okay, there should be a Darkiplier route. And that was there from the beginning. And so when I wanted to do it, I wanted to do it my way, and I wanted to do it right, and I wanted to have like this unending level of creepiness, and at the same time I didn't want to step on the toes of Antisepticeye, because I know there's like a big fan base of that, and I didn't want to like get in the way of that at all. And I really don't care that there is more than one or dark personalities people, but when I saw the opportunity to have this character here, I spent like 8 hours editing this, like just meticulously, every single RGB. Like, this is a layer, we green screened this one, I color corrected it, I separated the RBG layers, I added the shakes, some glitchiness. Every frame, I worked on the voice too. The voice took me the longest to figure out, like the shakes, and my computer was dying this whole time because I put so many effects on here. Oh my God.
The amount of times you had to render and then you're just like, no!
Yeah, and so the audio is actually 3 separate layers. It would have been 2, but Catherine helped me out on that one to make it more clear. It's a normal pitch layer that's edited, echoed, reverbed, mastered, and convoluted, which just means it's thrown off to the left and right. And then it's a deep layer of that. But then, to make it really come together, it didn't live without this center channel that wasn't convoluted, but was center. So getting that voice right was so paramount to what I wanted to come out of this. And we did like 30 minutes of shooting various versions of me talking to the camera, and I wanted to pick the exact dialogue that really kind of gave away my idea of what Dark is, in not a terribly obvious way.
The other thing.
Yeah, the other thing.
This was supposed to all be the same video.
Yeah, but YouTube annotations, this new version, doesn't allow you to link the same video multiple times. So these are literally the old videos that I first did when Darkiplier first came about. Like, these are the ones, especially this one with this one here, and then this is my cheap knockoff Darkiplier. Canon Darkiplier. And I'm gonna readily admit something. I joked about Darkiplier because it didn't seem like something people wanted to take seriously. And I'm okay with that on certain aspects, but it had diverged into multiple different facets and multiple different personalities, and everyone had their own version of Darkiplier. And I thought it was hilarious that, hey, here's my version of Darkiplier. He's an idiot. Like, he's just this weird emo kid. And then I stepped back from that. Like, I stepped back. And you can even, like, in that time when I was doing those, like, in this era, I was not very happy. I was actually kind of I was pessimistic about a lot of things, and I felt like that bled through in a lot of things that I did, and that's why even October last year, I literally made Darkiplier an emo character. And then when we were getting into this, I thought about it, like, very carefully, and I thought back to why I did it originally. And I did it originally because, well, Darkiplier wasn't even a thing. Darkiplier was not a thing when I was making those videos. I just wanted to make some creepy stuff. And then I thought about that, and I was like, if I want to make a statement about who this is, I need to own that. And I need to put something out there that is not ambiguous, because I realized that's where I went wrong. I didn't have a solid character, so obviously people would come up with their own versions. They would fill in the gaps where they saw fit. So when I made this, I had to embrace it fully and get, like, fine-tune it down to exactly what I wanted. And when you choose the fake choice, carrying through to this one, like, I really wanted that to come through. Except at the, like, at the end of this video when it gets silly, but that's because the real me comes in, and the real me's an idiot. Yeah.
No, it's so good.
Yeah. And I've actually watched this over and over again, because I'm listening to the takes that I put in here. Russian women are the best wives. And I really...
We gotta find out! No!
And I'm listening to, like, my inflection, my tone, my demeanor, and I'm imagining, like, how to refine it better next time when I bring him back, like how to do it better.
I remember now. I set up the table.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
You set up the table. We had to change it out for clear glasses because, like, the green screen was reflecting through.
Right.
But yeah, even this, like, the inner splices of anger, and this is me getting real deep in the meta of Darkiplier, like, if that's even a thing that can be. Let me just pause it here. I don't read too much into this, but if something that I want to take seriously, I want to actually do right. So, in my mind, Darkiplier is an entirely different person from me. But, much like Wharfstash, doesn't obey the laws of physics. He exists, like, in another world entirely and bleeds through into this one. So, this is sounding really nerdy of me, but I just... Okay.
No, I love it.
Okay.
I remember the Wharfstash
Okay.
talk about how
So, completely unironically, Darkiplier is a completely separate entity from who I am. But he admires what I've accomplished, and he's very much... People picked up on this, and people thought that it was really creepy, because this is what I wanted. He's a social manipulator. He is literally 100% manipulative. He leads you into this false sense of security, and he wants you to trust him because he wants to take advantage of you. That is literally what I wanted for Darkiplier, and how creepy and scary that actually is. From the surface, like, especially in this first bit where he says, if dinner is what you want, then I can provide. Like, in this, and I wanted this to come across in a seductive way, while also masking this like, burning rage inside that breaks through the suave nature of it. That was my clue to reveal he's not your friend. He's not here to help you. He's here to use you. And that also came across when I was thinking about, like, the effects. His image shatters, like, he separates because he's not entirely kept together. You know what I mean? So, like, I wanted, like, the drastic impacts of the rage pulling back suddenly to the calm nature and the demeanor. And this last one I was thinking was especially telling. It's not me trying to break through. It's his shell cracking. Yeah, you like that was my favorite of all.
That one's my favorite. I legitimately just gone and just watched that bit.
Yeah?
Really good.
Oh, thank you.
I really like that.
Yeah. Because, like, and the audio, number one, the visuals were hard on this one. But nailing the audio, that high-pitched ringing that a lot of people were like, wow, that really hurts my ears. That was by design. That was supposed to hurt, because listening to him, a lot of inspiration from him comes from G-Man, from Half-Life 2 and 1. Like, this weird interdimensional person that seems human, but is obviously not, and doesn't obey the laws of physics, and is just like this like this shell of a person that's in a suit, not a suit, like literally a human suit, and is trying to figure out how to puppet it right so that you believe him, but he's really good at it. And that's where the scariness of Darkiplier, I think, really comes from, is because he seems like someone you can trust, and he will manipulate you and take advantage of you and literally use you. And to me, that's terrifying. Like, that's the antithesis of what I want to be. And so if I'm going to make an opposite version of me, he's going to be the fucking worst. Like, worse than any romantic story can ever bring about. He's fucking awful.
It was convenient though. With actually, I like the way it goes from relax to this, like the video relax.
Yeah.
Because then people were not expecting this, but it's so nice to have it on Valentine's Day. Like,
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
works so well.
And then came the bullshit transition that we had to do. So this is comical in a way. This is
It doesn't drag it then.
yeah. It doesn't drag. You get the scary. Tyler's here.
In Mark's suit, which I half fit in.
He didn't
but
fit.
not the pants.
He didn't fit. We
No.
forgot to get a tie. Like, we printed out a mask. And I looked at this and I was like, I could try to make this creepy. And then I went, I objectively can't. Let me throw in some punch sound effects. And it's just...
And I have to make sure that, because
He couldn't see
no,
shoot.
I couldn't. And I had to keep moving the mask, because there was one time when we did this that the mask ended up completely on the side of my head, and I'm just like, hey Mark, you can't touch my face.
The convenient thing about this though, with all the glitches, is that you can hide stuff with it.
Yeah, there's a reason I never let go of Mark. I have no clue where anything is.
Yeah. Oh,
Finding the
man.
sun on this one too.
Oh, you see.
No, what you talking about? This. Oh my god. Oh, and secret Easter egg. You know who Dark is because he doesn't have a shadow. Totally intentional and by
I was
design.
missing too, but that's
He doesn't have toes. He's so scary. So I'll go left first. Yeah, left first.
I saw some fan art of that fight of you and fake Mark that actually
Yeah.
kind of fighting, and then you looking back and it being Tyler, and it's like, what? And he takes off the mask and it's Tom
Oh
Brady.
yeah. Oh yeah, I did see that. Oh
Wait,
yeah.
when was this?
It was yesterday, I think, right? I don't know.
funny.
In the blooper reel, get ready for a very special feature from Ethan about.
The best.
Also, I'm over on the couch behind him, sick as a dog, with the dog.
Amy cut out the it's me.
I could have
Or
it.
the, it's
me.
him.
It dragged. I know.
I was just sitting on the couch listening to it and barely hearing the whole thing. And I'm hearing Mark in the bathroom just doing it.
So this was hell for Amy. She was holding the camera at this point. She pans down, and when she pans down, you may notice, oh, it doesn't look exactly the same during the glitch, but that's okay. It's covered. She had to wait there for like, how long?
It was
That was a good 10 minutes.
10 minutes
Well,
as
he
I
puts on
run in the
eyeliner.
bathroom, put
It's
on
not
eyeliner.
The gimbal's heavy. It's how many?
2 pounds by itself. What camera makes it up?
It's heavy.
When you're holding something out here,
It was about 7 pounds.
yeah, total, yeah, it weighs a good bit. You have to hold it out here, and she just had to hold that position, and you did great for what it was.
This is my super sick day, and I was just, I want to help.
Oh yeah, you kept.
I want to
It's
help.
gonna be worse if you put worse in.
Yeah. And then,
They needed me for tomorrow.
Oh, and chocolate. That's people on Tumblr. I love all the theories on Tumblr.
yeah.
Like justifying stuff that we didn't think of. Where with the true ending, you're actually Chica, so Dark is poisoning Chica with chocolate.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah. And it's just like that's the thing about these things, and that's kind of the thing I think happened to like Scott Cawthon and Five Nights at Freddy's is you put things out there and let the fans come up with the theories, and then as you make the games, choose your favorites and go with it. Yeah. Oh yeah, we will. Yeah. So this is the same thing as we just saw. So it gets. Oh no! Did you wait? No. Did you make the right choice? Yeah, you did.
My name is
This line was in the script too.
Yeah, it was.
I want to take credit for this line. I'd
I
love
was
to
gonna
take
say,
credit for it.
That was Ethan's shitty joke that went Yeah, okay.
It's gotta stay.
it.
You have to make it.
Yeah.
Mark didn't want to do it, and we're like, no, you have to.
Yeah, at first, and then I embraced it. It sounded just as stupid as I thought it would sound, though. I will admit.
Great.
Welcome to.
Welcome to Baba.
We scrapped your Gotti line that you
Oh, I wanted you to say Gotti so bad when you picked the lock.
Gotti.
Ethan lives for the meme.
So funny.
Everything
Explain the
is
meme,
the meme.
please.
No. A meme is a joke that I don't necessarily find funny the majority of the time.
That is the definition of a meme. A joke
Yeah.
that Tyler doesn't find funny.
5 Markiplier videos you didn't know existed. Wow.
Oh, look, there's one with all the endings, so it's just their whole video compiled. That's nice.
Which one?
I go 2 up from that.
Oh, thanks. I'm gonna put a takedown request on that. Thanks for that.
The account name is Glitch for Tits.